Hi everyone, and welcome to Titan's Impact X120 Basic Troubleshooting video. Today we'll be going over basic troubleshooting on the Impact X120 18V sprayer. Let's start with one of the most frustrating issues. You get to the job site, you're prepped and ready to go, and the Impact X120 does not turn on. Start by making sure the battery is correctly installed and the power button is turned on. The X120 has LED indicators on the unit that can help you diagnose common issues. A single flash, battery needs recharge. 2 flashes, high current shutdown. 3 flashes, high motor temperature. For a single flash, simply replace your current battery with your backup and charge the drained battery. If your X120's battery terminals are wet, wait for the terminals to dry or use a hairdryer. Now, if your X120 shuts off while under pressure, don't worry, this is normal. The motor will cycle on and off while spraying to regulate pressure. And finally, if there is a problem with the motor itself, please contact the Titan Technical Service Team. If your X120 starts but does not draw material when the prime spray knob is set to prime, there are a few different possible solutions. First, check your inlet valve. It could be clogged with old material. Push the inlet filter tab to try to release it. If the inlet valve is still clogged, the inlet filter may need to be cleaned or replaced. To clean or replace your inlet filter, please refer to the pressure drops, bad spray pattern, or no spray pattern portion of this video. If there is still no suction, place your finger on the inlet valve with the filter out. If you do not feel any suction, the inlet valve may also need to be cleaned or replaced. Next, check your outlet valve to see if it's stuck or contains debris. If so, it may need to be cleaned or replaced. For replacing and cleaning your inlet or outlet valve, please refer to your manual or check out Titan's Impact X120 Checking and Replacing Valves video for instructions. And finally, if your prime spray valve is plugged, please call the Titan Technical Service Team. If the spray tip assembly on your Impact X120 spray gun is leaking or dripping paint, the first thing we want to check is to make sure the tip guard is tight. If loose, tighten with a wrench. If you still have a leak, the tip could have been installed without the saddle seal and compression seal. You'll need to remove the tip guard from the gun, install the seals, and reinstall the tip and tip guard and tighten. If proper assembly doesn't fix your leak, your compression seal is worn. Remove the assembly. Install a new compression seal and saddle seal. Then, reinstall the tip assembly. If your Impact X120's gun will not spray, the first thing to check is if your prime spray knob is set to spray. If your gun is still not spraying, the next step is to check your spray tip. Rotate it into the spray position. If your issue persists, you could have a tip clog. To clear a clog, lock the spray gun, then rotate the tip 180 degrees. Unlock the gun, point into a waste bucket, and pull the trigger until material comes out. Then rotate the spray tip back to the spray position and resume spraying. If that does not fix the issue, ensure your filter is not clogged by removing, inspecting, and cleaning the gun filter. To do so, unclip the top of the trigger guard from the gun head. Using the bottom of the trigger guard as a wrench, loosen and remove the handle assembly from the gun head. Pull the old filter out of the gun head and clean with the appropriate cleaning solution or replace. Then slide the filter, tapered end first, into the gun head. Thread the handle assembly back into the gun head and tighten using the trigger guard as a wrench. Finally, snap the trigger guard back onto the gun head. If your spray pattern is pour or tails off, the first thing to do is check to see if your spray tip is plugged or worn. Clear or replace your tip by following the "spray gun will not spray" portion of this video. If the issue persists, ensure your filter is not clogged by following the instructions in the "spray gun will not spray" portion of this video. The next step is to try to go down one size on the spray tip to create less pressure loss in the spray hose. If your pattern is still poor, the next step is to check your inlet filter. To clean or replace your inlet filter, start by performing the pressure relief procedure. Make sure your tank is empty of all material. Remove the inlet filter from the tank and clean the filter using the appropriate cleaning material. The next step in a pour pattern would be to check your hose length. If you have any extensions or an extra long hose attached, remove and replace with a 9-foot hose. The next step to improve your spray pattern is to make sure the outlet valve assembly is not worn or clogged. If the outlet valve needs to be cleaned or replaced, please refer to your manual or check out Titan's Impact X120 Checking and Replacing Valves video for instructions. At this point, we know your pressure is not related to the X120 itself. It's time to check your material. We always recommend straining your material to ensure no debris gets into your X120. If the material is too heavy, thick, or coarse, we recommend Titan's Paint Mate. If you are using the X120 and your material leaks from the spray gun itself, or your prime spray knob is set to spray and there is flow through the material return tube, contact Titan's technical service team. Thank you for watching the Impact X120 basic troubleshooting video. If you have any questions, please refer to your user manual or contact Titan's technical service team.